All right, welcome or welcome back, my beauties. How is everybody? I hope you got yourself something to drink, something to snack on so you can watch this amazing beauty mini vlog. And yes, these girls that I actually have here, they are going to be going to not prom, not a quinceañera, not a wedding, if not a formal. They're actually going to be doing a parade. Kind of thing that they normally do with the schools, and this day was hella windy, so the curls were probably going to be everywhere, but the makeup was going to be snatched and we were going to make it happen. So here, as you can see, I already primed, was prepping the face because her face was a little dry, and it was her first time actually getting a full glam makeup, and obviously the hair too. So here I am just kind of warming it up into her skin, making sure that everything's just nice and hydrated, especially around the brow. She was a little dry and she had a little acne, so we just were trying to make this face glow. Alrighty, my beauty. So I don't normally do English vlogs, but you gotta change it up once in a while. And they probably won't all be in English or in Spanish, but this one I decided to do in English. So here I am just kind of finishing up doing her face, prepping it really nicely. And here we had already started, as you can see, her makeup from her eyes up. I already did a little bit of foundation, did her brows. I used an NYX pomade glue. And yes, this is an amazing product. It's very affordable. The Anastasia is great, but that's a little bit off my price range. I can't afford that all the time. But the NYX glue adhesive for the brows is amazing. I just kind of touched up here and there because, like I said, she is not used to wearing makeup, so I didn't want to overwhelm the brows being too dark, but they do look very laminated because I pressed it down with the flat part of the brush, which was a spoolie. So that part that was flat, I flattened them down to make it sure that, those brows were going to be nice and flat. And here, as you can see, we already did the transition shadow, very light, very nude, and we were just here trying to do a little smoky eye with a little shimmer. And here you can see that I started doing the liner, which I didn't go heavy on the liner either. I was trying to just do a soft glam where she was not going to feel overwhelmed. Alrighty, you guys, so the liner was just very subtle. Like I said, I didn't want to overwhelm her with a liner, the lash, and the brows, and then the smokiness. Probably too much at one time, so let me just go a little soft on the brows, and also like I did on the shadows, just did a little bit of a smoky look, a little bit angled, so we can elongate her eyes. And plus we did a soft lash, and I'm sure they're from the Ardell collection of the Wispies. Alright, you guys, here I was just using this beautiful little tool just to connect the falsies with her lashes, so it just looks like she has individual lashes. And here we can see that now we are applying a little bit of a shimmer that's more of a silver. She said she did want a little shimmer, so she did show me a little bit of inspo of what she would have liked, and I just kind of suggested certain things and she went with it. So we were just applying a little bit of glitter to make it pop, and like I said, just a balance for her so that way she can feel very comfortable wearing the makeup. I enjoy doing these soft looks, you guys. They are not complicated, but a little stressful because you're trying to give them what they want without overwhelming them with makeup. So sometimes it could get a little bit to where you're like, is this too much? Should I put more? But you always want to show them, kind of in the in-betweens to see how they are feeling, how they are looking at themselves. Is it too much? Should she just be more subtle? And just go little by little so that way she feels comfortable. Normally, they just kind of let me do my own thing. They trust me, and I love that. So, that's another thing, that if your clients or your personality or your work just shows what you do and they just feel comfortable with letting you do their glam as you would want to do it without really putting the pressure onto them by asking them so many questions that they probably be like, I don't know. What do you want me to say, So sometimes I just kind of go with the flow, and if they are feeling it and I can see it in their face when they kind of turn and look in the mirror to see like, okay, what's going on, the expression, I can already see it. You know, are they liking it or are they not liking it? Should I just go ahead and ask, are you still comfortable, or should I do something different, or do you want to change something up before we keep on going? So I have not ever really used MAC products on the powders, and I really tend to like them. They are a little pricey for me to get so many colors, but I'm going to try to invest gradually in the colors that I probably use more of. And here I have this baked beautiful bronzer, and it's the Kiss Me, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the name of this bronzer from MAC. It is amazing. You can just kind of softly start giving that bronze and add up if you like, but it's just such a beautiful color for my, you know, girls that are very light skinned to more of my tan girls, but very beautiful. And I'm sure it would look amazing as just a nice transition shade also. So I'm going to give that a try. But here we are just applying a little bit of blush just to kind of give those cheekbones a little lift, not too overwhelming. Like I said, I'm just trying to be subtle with the applications of the bronzer and of the blush and the highlight. So everything so far is looking amazing. She looks very soft and youthful and just very fresh, and that's what I was wanting to go for. And of course, I'm pretty sure she was the same. She didn't want to look too cakey or too overdone, but I think this is just looking just beautiful. Okay, chicas, so here I am just bronzing up, just touching up little spaces that I felt like needed a little bit of touching up on the contour. Not too aggressive, just very lightly touching spaces here and there. And here we are doing the lip. I love this lip combo. I can't remember the lipstick that I used, but I will put down the lip liners because I'm pretty sure there's like 2 or 3 that I normally use, and they are from the BoxyCharm collection that I get. I can't remember for what month, but they are beautiful colors. So I'll make sure to put them in the description box for you guys so you can check them out. And but yeah, but I love this lip combo. Not too nude, not too red, not too brown, just a very nice warm color. Alrighty, chicas, so here I was just kind of smoking out a little bit of that lash line to just give it a little pop so the eyes just kind of connect and come together. I was living for this. It was just looking so beautiful, just very youthful, but at the same time with that soft glam. Like, what do you guys think? It was giving bridal vibes to me. Like, I really love the combo that came with the smoky look with that little bit of shimmer in the eye, the little lining of the silver, the lip. I just love it. It just looks very youthful, just very pretty, and just a very summer kind of transition into fall. I don't know. I really love how it came out. Just beautiful. Okay, my beauties, so I hope you have enjoyed it so far. This time we are going to go into the hair. And she chose something that was with curls. I told her we could add 2 braids to just break it in and make it a little bit more, you know, in the drama, but not too much because she did have thin hair. I was trying to utilize a wand that was just thick enough to be able to open up those curls but not completely loosen them up because it was very windy. So I hope you have enjoyed it so far. She just looks amazing. She felt really good, and you know, so that made me feel really good that she was comfortable with the look. Alright, chicas, so aquí tenemos a Miss Clarissa Razo, nuestra senior 2023. ¡Ah! Anyway, esta es mi sobrina chula loca, and ahorita le vamos a hacer su homecoming look, así es que le hicimos para su 15 años, ya tiene mucho tiempo, like a long time. How many years? Y Yesenia, su mamá back there. ¡Ah! So anyway, tenemos aquí el setup. Ahorita voy a limpiar unos cuantos broches que usé, que necesito. Y sí, chicos, así es que todavía estamos aquí más o menos limpios. Estaba tratando de organizarme and everything. Y tardé un poco. Alrighty, chicas, so here we are. We're going to get started with this lovely beauty. She is ready. As you can see, she is feeling herself, ready to go. Here we already had prepped the face, so I went ahead and just started fanning everything so it can really do its job and work it in faster than normal. So I went ahead and started off with her brows. I used the NYX glue adhesive product. So if you guys don't know what that is, because I know a lot of you guys could be new to certain products and a lot of you guys probably already know what it is and have used it. This product is really, really good for the brows. I actually like it better than the Anastasia, which the Anastasia could be a little bit on that higher range. And this one is just more affordable and it does the job. So I really, really suggest you guys try this out and just see how it goes with your brows. But I do love to brush them really, really good and then fill in the spots that are probably necessary to just make the brow a little bit more snatched. Alrighty, chicas, so sometimes the brows, like right now, I am just pressing them in because sometimes they can be a little funny. They don't just automatically just press themselves down. So after it's almost semi-dry, you just want to just flatten them down with the back of the spoolie with the flatter side and just smooth them out. And then just go and fix the areas that you need to. Alright, here we go into foundation. Okay, I don't know if you're one of those. I love to mix in foundations, and that's just me. That's my preference. I never have the appropriate foundation for every girl that I do. So I just have to have a mix of light and dark and just kind of go with what their skin is doing that in that moment, in that month, because sometimes I have the same clientele, but depending if they're in the sun a lot, I have to go in there and mix in foundations because it would be very, very expensive for me to just go out there and get every color of foundation and the brands that I use. So yeah. Alrighty, my beauties, as you can see, I am now applying a 3 to 2 shades lighter on the concealer just to make sure that the colors of shadows that I'm going to be using are going to be popping, are a little bit more vibrant. Even though they're light shades, I do want to use a couple of shades lighter to make sure that it's going to stand out. Okay, here in this process, I'm actually just using a very translucent, just a bit of shade on it, as you can see, just to cover up a little bit of that lightness, but at the same time and not completely. So in the next round, we are actually going to be applying a more angled, elongated look, as you can see. I did already go and apply the wing liner. I went and did just a little smoky on the outer part of the eye, just made it look more long because her eyes are hooded. So I was just wanting to create that effect that she had more of a jasmine, longer eye, and with the lashes, it was going to be looking amazing. All right, my beauties. So here I'm just going back and forth, just making sure that the intensity of where I want the shadow to show more. And if I have to go back and forth, on blending the shimmer into the shadow or the shadow into the shimmer, just depending on what effect or what I want this to be looking like at the end, okay? So make sure you makeup artists that are watching this, that are beginners, chicas, make sure you blend and you don't leave those harsh lines, because remember, these models that you do, your mom, your tia, your abuelita, your cousin, your friend, whoever it might be, these girls walk out there with your creation, with your, promotion on their face. So make sure everything is just nice and blended and you took your time. Alrighty, chicas, so here we are going on the lash. I did apply a little bit of lash glue just to make sure that it was going to be nice and firm because it was very windy that day, so I didn't want her lash flying away. And then, in the pictures, it's like, what? I am missing an eye, because you literally, without the lash, it's like you're missing your whole eye. But chicas, I hope you are still enjoying it up until right now. I am trying to give you as much as I can on explaining, and really, I don't even have the products that I was using, but I think it just kind of shows with you, watching the video, what I'm using, how I'm doing. And this little clip right here is amazing, chicas. Like, I love it because it really grasps the wispy or the lash to your individual lash, and it just makes it look like you have individual lashes. Like, it's just a beautiful little product to have, for sure. A little instrument. And those little instruments are so important to have. Like right here, I was just kind of spot concealing, just let it dry, enough. I was just kind of taking my time on around the other, parts of her face to make sure that that concealer stays and it doesn't come off or, removes itself or distributes into my brush as I am applying it. So I just make sure that I let it dry for a couple of minutes. And here I went ahead and set her face. And I'll go ahead and start bronzing because this is an amazing part, chicas. This is where you really start to sculpt the face, and it's an amazing process. Okay, chicas, this is where it gets really fun. This is where we're starting to bronze up to make this face look nice and sculpted. We can go very light, we can go very heavy on certain areas. It just doesn't have to be the same all the time. You can use cream contours, you can use powders, you can use cream and contour powders. It just varies and depends on each artist. So don't be scared to try either or try both. It just depends on the texture of also the cream or the powder, if they can mix together, if they can't, and if they go good together or not. Just in the process, you'll know either you use them in that way again or you don't. But guys, I love this process. And as you can see here, we are going in with a blush. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, chicas, so blushes, I tend to go back and forth with various blushes. I did not, like you can see, I have the e.l.f., but then I'll use something else, just depending on the pop of blush, how dark I want it, or how light. I just go back and forth depending on, once I see the finished look, sometimes I go back and add blush, because blush, chicas, if you do not use it, it just makes your face just come to life. It just gives you a little bit of life lifting to your face. And I used to think that blush was like, oh my God, I do not want to look like, a clown. That's what I thought. But no, my husband said, sweetheart, blush actually makes you look like you're happy. I was like, from there, I was like, I will never leave you blush. Never. And as you've seen, we also did the high points of the face with a little bit of highlight. Chicas, just use a nice, very subtle highlight. If you use something chunky on the face, especially if you have textured skin, sometimes it does tend to show up more, and it shows the parts that you don't want to accentuate even more. So just have that in consideration when you're looking for a highlight. Have something very, very soft and smooth to the touch that you can't feel it on your fingers. You want something very smooth. But here she was just like, her mama was like, oh my God, you look so amazing, because she is a senior. So, I was trying to make her look a little bit classy here. And now we're off with the lips. Okay, my beauty, so I played with a little lip combo here, just trying to touch it up to have some color on her lips. She didn't want something too dark or too light, so I feel like this color with a little bit of lip gloss and a tinted lipstick was just enough. So it just makes her look nice and soft and youthful. And since she was going to be using a little black dress, I feel like that was going to be just enough for the eyes to pop. But anyway, chicas, I hope you girls are understanding somewhat of the makeup. The makeup is just fun. It's creative. It's a never-ending process of updating and just finding different ways to use it. So don't ever be scared to go into makeup, and, just practice. So make sure you practice, be consistent, and make sure you're always checking out the new trends, practice the trends, just get more flowy in your techniques, and just make sure your work is as flawless and effortless, and just make sure you practice a lot, chicas. It takes a lot of time, I know, but at the same time, you're making an investment in your time, not just playing around, So just be considerate of that, and just make your art your own, and just explore and just be you, just take art into your hands. Beauty industry is just an upcoming thing, chicas, so don't be scared to just, keep on practicing, follow your dream. If this is something that you love and you want to explore, start it now. Watch videos like this, get motivation, get inspiration, and I hope this is helping you guys to know if this is something that you guys want to put yourselves through, because it's a process, it's learning, it's, keeping updated with all that's happening in social media. So yeah, chicas, it's a lot, but it's very giving, for that person that wants to go into that industry. So here, as you can see, we finished her up. She was just kind of getting her dress on. Her mama was over there just fixing her up. And as you can see, she looks so cute. We did pin her hair back. I only had one piece, and then her mom was like, oh, this is going to look cuter. Well, get it, girl. You go and pin that other piece. And look at her. Oh my goodness, Lord Jesus help us. But yes, she is ready for her a moment of, you know, going into the parade and waving to all those beautiful people. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoy every bit of this. This is just fun. This is an experience for them, for me, and I enjoy every bit of it. So I do encourage you guys to, you know, go and explore, see if this is for you. Okay, we're just doing a last fit check, and as you can see, she is ready and so cute. Alrighty, chicas, so here, this is my next model. This is my friend's daughter, Andrea. She's an amazing girl. She is an A honor roll student. And like, I feel like a teacher giving a prize or a certificate. But no, she is very cool. She's always like, what do you want for your makeup? And she'll give me some inspo, but she's like, you do what you think, you know, will look good. And she trusts me, and I love that about her. Okay, chicas, so let me tell you, this NYX, as you can see, from one brow to the one that I started applying it on, it does make very big difference. It does fluff them out. It does break them through to where they just look more separated, more microbladed. To me, I just love this look just because I know that, you know, it just gives it more of a form without having to use so much product to darken them in. I really don't need to darken them in, especially when they have such good brow. And here with the concealer, the only thing that I feel like it even makes it better is because with the concealer, you can sharpen that brow up without having to apply any more product. And it's just amazing. I love it. And as you've seen, I did use a very light shade, you know, at least 2 to 3 shades lighter, just because I wanted those colors to pop and just, you know, elaborate more on the intensity, because the browns were dark but not very heavily dark, and using a lighter concealer always makes that color pop a little bit more. And as you can see, she was feeling herself, that girl. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, chicas, so I did go TikTok live. That's the reason she was looking towards the bottom, because I did have my phone on TikTok live. So that was just something, you know, to kind of give a little bit of entertainment, but at the same time promotion. So you know how it is. We had to make it work either way, one way or another, like the song that comes on a movie that I was watching. But anyway, all right, let's go back with the lashes. Trying to figure out which one, so I put both, like a wispier one and a more softer one, and she chose the softer one, so that was good. And also I made sure that we applied enough adhesive, because I said it was very, very windy first 2 times. So, and this was one of the girls that was also going to be in the parade, and it was very windy, so I was just trying to make sure that everything was going to stay in place. And here, chicas, after I put the lashes, I always tend to probably go back depending on the look. Sometimes the lashes do take away where you felt like it was dark enough. Then you feel like, oh my God, I need a little bit more, or add certain things once the lash is on, just depending on how it looks once it's applied, chicas. So that does make a difference. And here I was applying a little bit of concealer, just warming it up into the skin while I did her foundation, because she did have some spots in there, a little redness. But yes, chicas, it was probably from stress, trying to get everything done, ready for, you know, homecoming. So yes, everybody gets stressed at some point. Alrighty, chicas, so I do apologize for not showing everything that I was using or where I got it from, but on the next one, I will, you know, make sure that I'm going to, you know, do that for you guys, because this one was just kind of more of like, let me just vlog. You know, I haven't done one in a long time, and this would be a good time to just, you know, interact a little bit with you girls. And, you know, if you have any questions and if I can answer them, you know, depending on what I used on one of my girls, I will do my best to answer. Alrighty, chicas, so that's my promise to you girls. I will make sure on my next video that I do share more of the products, but on this one it was just kind of one of those things like, should I vlog or not? Let me just go ahead and start, and I did. So, you know, I was kind of more under pressure because I was kind of like with time, so I wasn't able to stop and, you know, and show everything. But hopefully, you know, if there's a thing that you wanted me to show you, or if I can remember on certain things that you guys have questions on, I will be more than glad to answer. But here she wanted her pony, and I did give her a little bit of volume on the top. It was just not a slick back ponytail, and gave her a little bit of definition with the curls. So we did tighten them up a little bit more and then just broke them out. But she looked really, really soft. It was very chic, just very youthful. So I hope you ladies enjoyed the, overall process of me doing their glam. You guys, so check out this lip combo. I think it was going to be really, really pretty with the outfit that she was wearing. It was more like in the fuchsia color, so that way it just kind of gives a balance. And also, chicas, I'm going to take the time to let you guys know that I actually opened up an Amazon storefront. Check it out. It has a lot of the products and a lot of the things that I utilize in hair and makeup, so you guys can go in there and see what you guys like. I do earn a little bit of commission of the sales that are, going through my website or that you buy on my Amazon storefront. So girls, check it out. I greatly appreciate everything that you guys do on my behalf with my social media, with sharing, with promoting my stuff, with going into my Amazon storefront. Even though it's recent, I greatly appreciate your time and effort. You go in there and checking out my work for your next party, for your next, occasion. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for your support. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure to subscribe so you're, up to date with my vlogs. Bye.